It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the New York Giants.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Indianapolis Colts. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Hines, his first carry, and he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
He's taken down at the
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 53 yards.
Well, we know they clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
They'll run on 1st down. Hurst. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on
So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the 1st down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 1st down, man firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Hines, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
They run with Hines, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Man. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
At the 4-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Welcome to Win Win Win. Welcome to Big W football.
How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Man. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 4 yards out.
Like that.
And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you hit them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
Set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line. He's stopped at the 23. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game.
Look at him.
Glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
24
and I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
On 1st and 10, Bean over the middle. He's got Watkins.
Got him.
Touchdown, Giants.
Kenny Bean straight
A big
burn.
play there. 77 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking...
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. And he takes this one.
Let's go. What's up now? What you want to do now?
A great effort there. 76 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8, and I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we were in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 25.
To throw on second down. Bean. And his throw here's incomplete. Watkins the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Number 84. Incomplete. He was covered by Jeff Gladney.
Operating from the gun. Bean. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
This is taken around the 12. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
100-yard run. Big is her big play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Hines. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up
from the gun on 3rd down. Man. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down now, it's Hines, and he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Frank Reich, he didn't even seem hesitant about this. He wants to go for it on fourth down. Looking to throw. Man. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. This is Hines. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will. Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Giants' 9-yard line.
On second down, it's Hines. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
From the gun on third down. Man, now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bean. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. A final shot before break. Bean.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 3rd down, Bean got a man, Slayton.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 21.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Throwing on first down. Bean. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, Bean. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
To throw on 3rd down. Bean. That's complete to Slayton.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Okay, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Taken down back at his own 7. We'll chalk that up as their 1st sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the 1st half of the game. Now, if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun. Man, over the middle, it's complete. And down he'll go at the 25.
Number 82.
A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
3rd down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd
From the gun. Man, on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls drills it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Bean got his man complete over the middle. It's Charles. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down, Giants.
On first and 10, Bean to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And 7 at the 26-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Bean going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
It's third down. And 7 yards
from the gun. Bean. Catch made by Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Gain of 7.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal. Operating from the gun. Bean. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Right there. I knew that good.
From 6 yards away. And the Giants are an extra point away from leading this game.
Extra point.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
Crazy.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in for broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So the Colts now down by 1. 2:21 the time left. They'll have 2 timeouts and, of course, also the 2-minute warning as they go to work on first down. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
The tackle made by Dexter.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
And 6.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. And that will be incomplete. Fourth down now defensively. Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for 1 more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
On fourth down, man. Can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. New York set to take the field. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Again, it's Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a 1-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Extra point attempt to come here. And that one will ensure that it'll take a touchdown and the 2-point conversion to tie this thing. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Moore now on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33.
33-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that...
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
Intercepted
Time
by
for
the
the ball,
Giants.
man.
They'll take over 1st and 10
Look.
at their own 39-yard line.
Tried to set it out this way to run underneath it, but he's not the receiver. He ain't big enough.
Great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Giants, they move back over 500 at 7-6.
And they will head home for next week's contest.
What? Oh, they lost number 1 seed. How many games do we lose? It's too late.
Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis,
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this off.
It really got me thinking my team isn't really that good. Okay, 86.
Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's the AFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports.
First opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game.
taken in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down.
The ball carrier. Tackle made.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Third and inches.
Third down. Huff. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
45-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
He was defended by Julian Blackman.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. From the gun, it's Tua. It's Con Stalers right side. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Wide open receiver complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Number 81.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
On second down now. Huff. And this time he is in. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team. Just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Set to return it, here's Moore.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round 1. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. they don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 7, Colts nothing.
On second down, Hurst. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On first down, Hines, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's tackled at the...
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Hines, the ball carrier.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. And again this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he is going to have the Colts first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know the securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19-yard line. On 3rd down, man, well done to sniff that out defensively. Here he lost the football. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative on that.
I was.
Sounds like you think the 3's just not that good.
I think people People say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And here now the offense heading back out there.
And, you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a give right side. Huff. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. 3rd down. So we're at halftime of this AFC. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game.
And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the gun, man. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Hurst will fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating for the gun. And it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Naheem Hines, the ball.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
21-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Back to throw. Man, eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he is out of bounds bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have taken the lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment and allow the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Finds me on the out route. That's Allen. And he goes out right around the 39. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
That's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And a short game there down to the 37-yard line.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down. It's Hines. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. The ball carrier. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance. And
I just want to take time off. That's all I want to do. No. Dang.